He's been with us from the beginning. We thank him for his support, and please help us welcome Daniel Kaplan.
Thank you. Frank told me that he didn't sleep well last night, and now I know why he didn't sleep that well. Okay, but he's going to need our survey. So what I'm going to present to you now is going to become the basic tool of understanding towards Love Lift. What we've been doing, along with two other partners, Faber Novel and Orange Labs, is trying to look into individual strategies of what do we display on social networks, what do we tell about ourselves online today, and how do we use that information in order to enter into new relationship with other people. We did that within a program that we call Active Identities, that you can look up if you take your French dictionary, I'm sorry. Because we wanted to answer that question, how come people apparently display and divulge so much information about themselves despite being warned day after day by media and experts that they should not do that, that they are taking terrible risks? So we wanted to do more. And the first thing that we wanted to know is, are they actually displaying that much information? So in order to do that, we designed a survey, and the problem is you can't just go and ask people to put words on their practice, because usually we're not able to actually put words on our relational strategies. So we designed this as a game. And the first thing that people would do during that game is they would be shown sets of 4 pictures around different values. What would you show about your family, about your partying habits, about your body, about different kinds of situations. And they would tell, okay, this I would show, this I would not show. I would go up to that point, but not to that point. And we ran into 2 kinds of values. What I call the counter/slash values. They could be, in a way, the traditional values. Those traditional values would be things of, the more revealing the picture, the smaller the number of people who actually divulge that information. So those would be mostly, yes, family values, and things that would go down to 0. Of course, nudity goes down fairly steeply, but child nudity goes down to 0 very rapidly. Sickness, sadness are things that we almost never show online. And then there's what we call the U values, the values that allow you to differentiate yourselves from other people, to actually say what counts for you. So if you don't feel strongly about political activism, or this sports team, or about partying, or about some art form, you will not display any kind of image that shows you engaged in that kind of activity. If you feel strongly about it, then you will go all the way. So you don't stand in the middle and things that show that you're interested, but you will either not show anything, or you will show yourself partying the best and the funnest way possible, the funniest way possible. You will show yourself in a violent political demonstration, etc. And that tells us that people actually have strategies. They're not just throwing out buckets of information without realizing the effect. People seem to know what they're doing. They have strategies. And we ran into especially 3 kinds of groups that we call the traditionals, the exhibitionists, and the immodest group. And then there's another trash group, which is probably, it's very small, and it's probably composed of people also who have played with us, played with the game, and answered extreme answers. So I'm not going to go into details, but the biggest group by far is called the traditionals. And traditionals, what basically they do is they will not, in fact, display any more information than what you would actually display in your sitting room on your desk. And they're people who have strong relational networks already. And then you have the second group is exhibitionists, people who actually have active strategies in order to relate to other people, to enter into contact, to broaden their social networks. And then you have a small group of people who will divulge their body. And so in order to finish, the last question, excuse me? Okay, we have people in various groups in that room, but I am not going to identify them personally. And the last question was, okay, are social networks the great equalizers? Do we enter into in contact with people we would not normally enter in contact with? And the answer is globally no. We choose people who look like us. We choose maybe people who are of a higher social status than us. We almost never choose people who are of lower social status than ourselves. I'm not going to go into any more details. I have exactly 0 seconds to continue, but if you want to ask more questions about that survey, you can. The goal for us now, we will publish a number of papers. The results and the data themselves will be public, so if you want to process them in other ways, you're welcome to do that. And the last thing, it's been in French. We'd like to internationalize that survey, so we can talk about it if you'd like. Thank you very much.